What if you could follow my strategy with Amazon FBA that's making me over $200,000 of income right now? Well, after watching this video all the way through, you might be able to. Because I'm going to be walking you through every single step with how I started making money on Amazon with my product called Copilot. This way, you can follow my steps for success to make $200,000 on Amazon, or maybe even more. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you everything on how I found this product, how I got it manufactured, and how I got it listed. Everything. I'll tell you all the details. You'll know how I got to this point, making $200,000 of basically passive income, so you can do the same thing selling your own product on Amazon. I'm going to show you the 5 steps that went into making my product worth over $200,000 on Amazon. I'll also show you the 3 big mistakes that I made, including one that cost over $100,000. This way, you can avoid these mistakes too. These 3 mistakes are ones that most beginner sellers on Amazon make. So in just a few minutes, you'll know every single step on how to find your own product. Get your package designed and launch your own unique product on Amazon so you can start building your own passive income business. But just know, it's not something that can happen overnight. Good things take time. My name is Sydney. I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs, which was an inspiration, but I kind of wanted to do something different. I actually studied investigative journalism because I wanted freedom. I really wanted to be a travel reporter, but that dream was crushed because there was no journalism jobs available, and the one that I wanted wasn't going to work out. I was pretty devastated. I kind of felt like I had spent all this time studying. After college, I actually started traveling on my own, but with student loans and no career in sight, I was definitely ready to start making money. And through traveling on my own, this is actually when I saw people getting all these different preventable travel illnesses over and over again. At the same time, I found this Amazon coach, Travis, on YouTube, and I kind of had a sudden realization. Everything came together and I realized I could put all the pieces together. Because I came from an entrepreneurial family and I had an entrepreneurial background, I knew that if I found a problem that I could fix, then I could make money from it and I could support myself. And that money meant I would be free and I could keep traveling and I could keep living the life of my dreams. So I ran with it. Through my research, I came up with a bunch of different product ideas and then was ultimately able to kind of combine them and make my own and create this super supplement that could help people manage stress and do a multitude of other things. In the end, I came up with a unique supplement idea that could help travelers stay feeling grounded, happy, and healthy no matter where their adventure took them. And I decided to call it Copilot, the travel brand. So make sure to smash that like button because you'll definitely want to save this video so you can come back to it later. Because right this second, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 steps that allowed me to make over $200,000 selling my unique product on Amazon. So hopefully you can make just as much as me, if not more. Since now we have our product ready to go to Amazon, we're going to go to step 1. Go to sell.amazon.com so you can sign up for your Amazon seller account. Now, just a small warning, there's 2 different ways that you can sign up for your Amazon seller account. One is using the professional selling plan, which you see right here, and that one is going to cost you $39.99 per month. And there's also a free Amazon seller account that you can sign up for right now called the individual Amazon seller plan. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom of this page and click on the link right there. Just keep in mind that there are pros and cons between the professional and the individual seller plan. With the individual selling plan, it's free, but you have to pay 99 cents per item you sell on Amazon using it. So if you're going to be selling over 40 items per month, it makes sense just to sign up using the professional selling plan. What I actually did was I signed up with the individual plan, and then once I started making money, I switched to the professional plan. Plus, the professional plans comes with a bunch of features. So just click the sign up button and then either you can use your personal Amazon account or you can make a brand new Amazon account that's specifically for your business. Have your ID or passport ready, as well as any of your business information so you can easily complete this process. The first thing you'll need is your business entity structure, and you can click privately owned business. However, if you're going to be an individual seller and you plan on using your social security number, then you can just click none. I'm an individual seller. When I set up my account, I used my LLC, which cost me $500. It was a simple process. I'm pretty driven, so I just did most of the work myself. Or if you want some help setting up your LLC, you can use wyregisteredagent.net. WY like Wyoming. I personally recommend getting a LLC or limited liability company for your business. This is just because if you ever get sued, it adds a layer of protection because it separates you from your business. You can also get a DBA for $99 with the help of LegalZoom, A DBA means doing business as, and it's the business name you use to operate under for tax purposes. So my company is called Copilot the Travel Brand, and our DBA is Copilot. A DBA is great for marketing and branding, but that doesn't protect you if you get sued. Next, on Amazon, you're going to fill in what you want your store name to be. And it can be whatever you want it to be. They'll then ask you just a couple more easy questions, as well as ask you to upload a proof of your ID. And don't worry if you're overseas, because as long as you upload a passport, a driver's license, or something, you should be all set. Once you submit everything, a few days later, your Amazon seller account should be approved. And that is huge. You and I get to both sell on the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. Amazon is a $1.3 trillion company. Last year, they made over $600 billion just through sales. And 2/3 of those sales come from third-party sellers, just like you and me. If you want to make passive income online right now, selling on Amazon is probably the easiest way to do it. When I started, I was pretty upset and a little bit hopeless. All of my hard work to be a journalist hadn't got me that far. But now I can work from anywhere online and sell my product and, again, make over $200,000. So life's all right. Now let's move on to step 2 of making money on Amazon, which is research. Now for you to know how to research products properly, you need to know the 4 main ways to sell on Amazon. Because through my experience, some ways are a lot better than other ways. The first way to make money selling on Amazon is to find products that are being sold at a discount somewhere else and then reselling them on Amazon for a profit. Like this air fryer that's being sold on Walmart for $139 and then versus it's being sold on Amazon for $270. You would then buy it on Walmart and sell it on Amazon for that increased price and keep the profit margin. This is called retail arbitrage, but there is a huge downfall of retail arbitrage in 2025. And that's that you can't build a true passive income business using retail arbitrage because you constantly have to be going out and finding new discounted products to use. You just kind of keep doing that over and over again. And since you're always searching for new opportunities, it's not really a long-term strategy for financial freedom. The second way to sell on Amazon is called wholesale. You can go to sites like Global Sources and find bulk products at a discount and then sell them on Amazon for the full retail price. Like this laundry basket right here that's being sold for $17.99 per piece on globalsources.com versus on Amazon, it's being sold right here for $43. You can buy it, flip it, and keep the profit. The big drawback of the wholesale method is the massive competition, and also you have to buy usually a really big bulk number of the product. Especially in 2025, if it's that easy for you to find the product, it's also that easy for everyone else to find the product, which can force you to lower the cost of your product and lose profits. And because of that, it's hard to keep consistent and rely on that as income. The third type of product you can sell on Amazon is product like these dog poopy bags. Super glamorous, I know, but they are doing over 1.3 million in monthly sales. That's wild. You can actually find out how much money any product is making on Amazon by using Jungle Scout. Scroll down and copy and paste the best-selling number here and put it into Jungle Scout Sales Estimator. First, click the marketplace, we'll do United States. Then select the category, we'll do pets. Then paste in that best-selling number and click calculate. So we can just see that they're selling over 100,000 units per month on Amazon. Multiplying what they're selling it for, which is $13.29. And you can see they're making over $1.3 million in sales every single month. But here is what is absolutely crazy about this product. If you go to Alibaba.com, you can find the exact same product being sold for $2. So you can buy this product in bulk, put your own brand on it, and sell it on Amazon for a huge markup. And then you get to keep all that profit. The main con of private labeling is that the market has become a little too competitive over time, making it hard for you to find real winning products. Even though private labeling can make you a lot of money, it's so difficult to have your product stand out from the competition and actually make you money. Unless it's a really unique product, your listing could get lost and then you wouldn't make any money. The fourth way to make money on Amazon, which in my opinion is the best, is by selling a passion product. This is where you create a brand new product idea or a product you wish was in the world. With a unique product, you have absolutely no competition. For example, my product, Copilot, was something I saw a real need for. People were suffering from all these preventable travel illnesses, and I knew that I could help. but there was no products out there like it or anything that was designed for travelers. So I realized that I could create that product. I saw a need for it and I created it. And if you do what I did and focus on launching a unique passion product or focus on really niching down to a specific product for your target audience, then there will be no competition. Then you can make passive income and your profit margins can be huge because you can charge whatever you want because it's your product and it's new to the market. But the key is for you to stand out, just like I did with my eye-catching premium packaging. So now that you know the 4 ways for selling on Amazon, we can talk about the second step to selling on Amazon, which is to find a product to sell on Amazon. And one great method for finding a product to sell on Amazon to inspire you or to find the actual product is by going to the best sellers tab on Amazon. Amazon actually shows you what products are making the most money on their website. But the key thing to remember here is that the riches are in the niches. All of these links on the side here are all of the different subcategories. They're all the different niches that are being sold on Amazon. So you could click on health and household, for instance, and then you could click on sports and nutrition. This is something a friend of mine, Travis, did, and he looked and he saw that the number 1 product in this niche was Liquid IV, which is an electrolyte brand. Here's the secret. You can actually find out exactly how much a product being sold on Amazon makes each month. So what we're going to do is we're going to calculate the same way we did earlier using the Jungle Scout Sales Estimator tool. We can see that this product is selling over 180,000 units per month. If you take that number and multiply it by the cost of the product, you'll see that that product is making over $4 million in sales every month. So you can see just how much money you can make by selling a product on Amazon. My friend Travis used this information to launch his niche product, Carnivore Electrolytes, which are electrolytes formulated from people on the carnivore diet. And he's made over $100,000 in just his first 6 months of selling this product on Amazon. You can follow this research method and launch your own product too. In fact, something like 43% of Amazon sellers make over $100,000 per year. And I'll reveal the steps on how I made over $200,000 and how you can set up your Amazon business so that you can hopefully do that too. But before I do that, you need to understand how Amazon works. Amazon is just a search engine. People go to Amazon to search for products they want to buy. This is a key thing to keep in mind when creating a product for Amazon. If no one is searching for the product that you're selling, it's going to be a lot harder to make money. But on the other hand, if you can figure out exactly what they are searching for on Amazon, then you can create a unique product exactly for them. And then it's going to be easy for people to buy your product, which means more money for you. One of my favorite tools, Helium 10, will show you exactly what people are searching for on Amazon. This is like a cheat code because you know exactly what product people are searching for, and then you get to make the product for them. So naturally, they're going to buy your product. There's a link down below that can get you a free account with Helium 10. But if you actually do want all of the features unlocked, not just the free version, then I have the hookup. Just go ahead and click that link, and when you do, there'll be a discount code that will save you money on all of the plans. After you sign up for Helium 10, you're going to see that they have a ton of different tools. But the tool that I recommend using for finding a product is Magnet tool. You'll just click on that, and it's going to show you a search bar. At this point, you're going to type in something that you're interested in selling on Amazon and just click search. Then you can see exactly how many people per month are searching for that exact phrase on Amazon. And if there's a lot of people searching for it, then you know that there are hungry customers out there. But what makes this tool so powerful is that if you just scroll down to the bottom, you'll see that it gives you a list of product ideas that you can then go and create. Another way that I recommend doing this is to sort the list by Magnet IQ score. When you click this link, it's going to make the ideas that Helium 10 thinks are the best go to the top of the list. So now we can go through this entire list and see which ideas we like. So then all you need to do is find a product that really interests you or that you feel passionately about and then search for that on Amazon. If there are no products that match what you're thinking and there are searches on Amazon, then now you know that you have a viable product that you can go ahead and start creating. And this might be a successful business for you on Amazon. But a quick warning, there are some big mistakes that I want to make sure that you avoid when you're doing product research for Amazon. The first mistake that a lot of sellers make is to try to sell a product that's going to be under $15 on Amazon. If you're trying to sell a product on Amazon for under $15, it's going to be very hard to make a profit. Let's say, for example, you sell a product on Amazon for $10. First, you're going to have to subtract the price of manufacturing for that product off of the $10. And because of the way that selling on Amazon works, you're going to have to buy that product in bulk, oftentimes from overseas at a discounted price. Then you're going to ship those products into an Amazon warehouse, and this is called Amazon FBA. FBA stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. By shipping your products into an Amazon FBA warehouse, it then allows Amazon to ship your products to customers for you. Amazon FBA also makes your products Prime eligible and gives you that Prime badge. When Amazon Prime members go on Amazon and see that their products they're searching for have a Prime badge, or that they're Prime eligible and can receive the product in just 2 days, it's because that product is already in Amazon FBA warehouses. Another fee you'll pay when selling on Amazon.com, whether you're using the Prime badge or not, is the 15% referral fee, which is just the price you pay to be able to sell your product on Amazon's website. So if you're selling a $10 product, that's going to be $1.50 in fees that you're going to have to give to Amazon to be able to sell your product. Now, there are some ways to avoid this that I can talk about later in the video. Sometimes you're actually able to get that fee down to 5% if you're using the brand referral program, but I can talk about that later. Another fee that you're going to have to consider is the Amazon FBA pick and pack fee. Amazon charges you every time they pick, pack, and send out a product from their warehouse to the customer itself. A lot of people get upset about this fee, but in my head, it's kind of like the shipping fee. If you were sending out this product yourself, you would have to pay postage to send this product from you to your customer anyways, as well as the box that it would go in. So the Amazon FBA fee can actually be cheaper than it would be for you to ship out the product yourself, but it is an additional thing that you have to pay for. And if you're selling a product for just $10, you can see that you're not left with a very big profit margin after these fees and the price of your product, not to mention if you run ads. So I'd always recommend selling products that are over $15 so you can make as much profit as possible per item. When I first launched Copilot, I was selling it at $29.99 per product. And after all the fees and the price of the product and the advertising money, I was actually losing money. So now I sell it at $39.99 and I'm able to take home a bigger profit or any profit. And that price is doing really well for me. But also something to keep in mind is you don't really want your product to be over $85 because then in people's mind, it's not really an impulse buy and they might do a lot more thinking and research before they invest in such an expensive product. They'll also spend more time debating if they should sell your product or your competitor. So for me, I wouldn't recommend selling a product that's over $85. But remember, rules are meant to be broken. One of Travis's students, Brent, sold a product for $99 and last year he made over $1 million in sales on Amazon. So it can work. Brent actually had a full-time job as a first responder helicopter pilot and had a family and created this product all at the same time. So Brent is kind of a superstar. Before I show you what the third step is, I want to tell you the first mistake that I made when selling Copilot on Amazon. That mistake cost me $40,000. I went through this whole process by myself. I do come from an entrepreneurial family, which is incredible, but Amazon FBA is kind of its own beast and comes with its own set of skills that I needed to teach myself. While I was teaching myself, I was really filled with self-doubt, and sometimes I feel like I might have had some analysis paralysis or just some maybe self-made roadblocks. I could have saved money in setup and grown a lot faster if I maybe had some help from someone who had done this in the past. And that's where watching Travis's videos in the past actually did help guide me. But if I had somebody I could have asked questions to directly, then that definitely could have saved me a lot of time and money. And I would have been making money a lot sooner on Amazon. By watching how I set up my Amazon business for Copilot the travel brand, you're going to see step-by-step how I was able to set this up, and maybe you can save some time and money as well. Now that we have the product idea, it's time to find a manufacturer who can actually create the product for us. The first is to go to websites like Alibaba, and this is the #1 website where you can find products that are made overseas. It's kind of like Amazon where you just type in the product that you're looking for in the search bar and you'll see a list of options, but it's just all bulk options, whereas on Amazon you can just buy singles. Then you'll contact them and tell them exactly what you're looking for and what you want to have made. Then they'll tell you how much it's going to cost and what their MOQ or minimum order quantity that you need to purchase is for that product. Never having gone to business schools, I kind of was learning all of these terms as we went, but That's okay. It's kind of fun. You can do it too. But if you want to get your products made in the US, which is recommended if you're going to be making consumable products, then there's a website called thomasnet.com, which works the same as Alibaba. Type in what you're after and you'll get a list of manufacturers that you can contact. But there's another secret little option that a lot of people don't know about. It's actually what I did, and that's just to use Google. Type in what you're looking for, space, manufacturer, and you'll get a lot of different results. When I went on my journey to find a manufacturer for Copilot, luckily I didn't really have a time pressure, so I took as much time as I wanted. I did so much research, and I called so many different manufacturers in the US. I created a spreadsheet of exactly what I wanted. It was many pages long. 3 of the biggest ones were that I wanted to work with women. I wanted it to be environmentally conscious and no waste. And I wanted the absolute highest quality ingredients possible. I knew that all of these and some other requirements that I had weren't going to be easy, but I didn't really care. Nothing was really going to stop me. I called over 100 different places and only one had a woman answer the phone, and she was able to check off every single thing on my list and put my product in my really unique packaging. And she was the only one that could do all of this. And I knew that I'd found my people. I had to spend $300 to get samples of the supplements and then another $60 to get samples of the tins. Once everything was agreed upon, I ordered my tins for Copilot and then I got them shipped to my manufacturer where she could fill them. My supplement manufacturer is actually in Georgia in the US, so they make all of the supplements there, fill the packaging, seal them, and then send them out to my warehouses. Right now, I'm going to show you step 4, which is creating a listing, but you should really note the second mistake I made when starting my Amazon business. And that mistake was waiting too long to start PPC, which is pay-per-click advertising. This is a way for you to advertise your product on Amazon and guarantee that you get top of the search results. But the catch with this is that you do have to pay. But even so, not using the service and paying to advertise was a mistake that ultimately cost me probably at least $50,000, maybe $100,000. The truth is something my dad always says, which is you have to spend money to make money. And PPC is exactly that. Using PPC and spending more could have grown my business a lot more and a lot faster. And ultimately, the 8 or so months where I wasn't using it allowed my product to be on Amazon where people were able to start copying it without me even getting sales from it. So now I have a number of copycats and I could have had 8 more months selling before they created their products. Now, after you get your product manufactured, you have to put it for sale on Amazon. The way you do that is create an Amazon listing, and that's pretty simple to do. All you have to do is go into your Amazon seller account and click add a new product. Then you're going to fill out some information about your product. You're going to fill out your title and upload some images. And after that, you'll fill out your bullet points and description that will actually go onto your Amazon listing for people to see. But while you're doing this process, remember that Amazon is a search engine and Amazon doesn't actually know your product yet. So you need to make sure that you're uploading the right words and the keywords that will make people be able to find your product and make sure that they know exactly what it is. And there is a way to do this and gamify the system so that you can make as much money as possible because the right people are seeing your product. The secret is to make sure you figure out exactly what people are searching for on Amazon. What customers type in to find your product is called a keyword and a search phrase. So my product title is called Travel Supplement, Jet Lag Prevention, plus Immunity, Energy, Digestive Support, Better Sleep and Mood with Chia, ashwagandha, rhodiola, and D3. Then I have a / vegetarian 60 count. I'm always tweaking it slightly, so it'll always be changing a little bit to update with keywords, but it'll always be something like this. The title is always incorporating keywords that I've found through research, such as ashwagandha, jet lag, or even energy. So when they type that in, they'll see Copilot come up. And keep in mind, the main thing that people see when they search for your product is the main image. And a lot of people nowadays just really look at the main image and then they click to buy the product. Here's our main image. My first rendition I got for free because a friend of mine helped me shoot my product. But now I actually use 3D renders, which I got from someone off of Fiverr. I got him to really make a beautiful render of my product. At the beginning, when I was building my business, I really wanted to save money. So using a friend to take the photos was a really great hack. But now that we are making money, I can invest in really beautiful images that are ultimately going to get more clicks and more purchases. And then when someone does click on your listing from your main image, then they're able to see the slides, which showcase a lot of information about your product and tell them exactly all the information that they're looking for or that they might want to know. I spend a lot of time on my slides. I'm always updating them, trying to appeal to consumers, and also show our product, highlighting all of the key features that I think consumers will want to know about it. The other thing that can take some time that you want to work on is the bullet points, which you can also highlight keywords that people will search for and that your product has. If you're not sure what people are searching for and how they want to find your product, then I do recommend using Helium 10, which again, you can just scroll down and click the link in the description. And if you do need a little bit more help creating your images, creating your bullet points or anything, then you can use FBAcreatives.com. And again, that link is down below in the description. Now that you have your Amazon listing ready to go, it's time to get your product shipped into the Amazon warehouses. This is also pretty easy to do. Just go into your inventory page and click send/replenish inventory. Then just step by step, follow the instructions. Amazon will give you what's called an FN SKU. This is a sticker that you're going to put on your product so that they can scan them. Here's a trick I've actually just started doing. If you want to save time and money, you can have the FN SKU printed directly on your product from the manufacturer. But if that's too complicated, for the last few years, I've actually just printed out the sticker and put it on the bottom of my product. It took me until now to start printing it on the bottom. Both ways are okay. From there, you can have UPS either pick up the boxes from your house or from your manufacturer's warehouse, depending on how you're making your product. Or you can just go to UPS yourself and drop off the boxes. A truck will come and pick up your products and bring them into the Amazon warehouse. This is all if you chose to do Amazon FBA, but you don't have to. You can also choose to do Amazon FBM instead. Amazon FBM stands for Fulfilled by Merchant, but honestly, I don't really recommend that because you don't get the Prime badge, and a lot of consumers really like to get things in 2 days. I ended up using Amazon FBA because I wanted a lot of people to be able to use my product because I'm really proud of my product. My product helps people, and of course I also wanted to make money from it. So I used Amazon FBA because Amazon has over 200 million Prime customers, so they like products that have the Prime badge. Amazon gets 2.4 billion people per month coming to their website. And I wanted to just be able to send emails to my manufacturer and set up all of the actual product stuff and not have to worry about the shipping and getting the product actually out to my customers. I wanted this to become a relatively passive income for me. But there's one last crucial step that a lot of people kind of skip over, and that is actually launching your product on Amazon. You want to get as many sales as possible for your product from day one of launching on Amazon, because then Amazon will see that you're getting a lot of searches and a lot of purchases, and they'll keep ranking your product higher and higher so that you keep getting more and more searches and more sales. Naturally, as you go up higher and higher in the search results, your product's going to be getting more views and more purchases because people are seeing it more and Amazon's recognizing it as a product that people want. And kind of like I said before, that means even more sales because this is a little bit of an awesome snowball effect. Now, don't be intimidated, but I spent about $17,000 to launch my business, and in the first month on Amazon, I did make a total of $66, so I felt pretty good about that. Oh, and don't forget that after all the expenses were taken out, it was about $30 of profit. Maybe less. But honestly, I couldn't have been happier. I was stoked because 2 people bought my product, and that was like really, really cool. I was happy with that. I just wanted people to get my product, so the fact that 2 people wanted it was kind of awesome for me. Also, having people literally buy the product is proof that people wanted the product. So growing up in a family of entrepreneurs, I knew that as soon as people want the product, you're going to have a viable business. You just need to get more people to want the product. I knew that if I put in the work, everything would pay off. And within a year, I was making about $3,000 per month. One of the key things you want to do for launching is to build a tribe. You want people that are cheering you on, cheering on your product and seeing your product from as many different ways as possible. So that could be things like starting a Facebook group, growing your Instagram page, anything that's going to get eyes on your product. Even an email list is great. So that way, when you do go to launch, you can tell all these people on your email, on your Facebook, on your Instagram that it is go time and they can go and purchase your product and be some of your first sales and some of your first fans. But still, selling on Amazon is a lot easier if you skip this third mistake that cost me maybe like $100,000. You don't know what you don't know, and that's fine. So I'm going to tell you what you don't know, which is if you start your business now instead of in a year from now, like I'm saying I did, then maybe you could make about $100,000 in that time that you started your business a year earlier. If I had started a year earlier, I might have made almost $100,000 more in income which would have been pretty cool. I would have been further ahead in my advertising, in my PPC, and in my marketing. And maybe by now I could have launched another product, which would help me grow my business even more. But in the end, we can only go from where we are. And my business is growing every year, and I'm super happy about it. There are so many other tactics that you can use in order to get as many sales as possible from day one. And there's an expert Amazon FBA seller, Travis, who actually goes into depth about all of this in his 10-hour FBA video course on YouTube. The best part is it's completely free, so you can click. It's also in the description below if you want access to that course. That'll show you step-by-step how to create your own passive income Amazon business. Also, there's a link in the description for Copilot the travel brand. Feel free to click it, try it, share it with your friends. Feels so good when you take it. Let us know how you feel. All of that. Follow us on Instagram. Do whatever you like. Thanks for watching.